Hi children, I hope all you are doing well. Today I came with a new topic called NEPHRON. NEPHRON is the structural and functional unit of kidneys. Can you tell where the nephron is present in our body? Yes, exactly. Nephrons are present in kidneys. Can you tell how many nephrons are present in each kidney? Each kidney consists of more than 1 million nephrons. More than 1 million nephrons are present in each kidney. So today we are discussing about the structure of the nephron and how nephron helps in the formation of urine. Means how the nephron forms the urine. We can divide the topic into two subtopics. First we will discuss about the structure of the nephron. Next, we will discuss about urine formation. So, the structure of nephron mainly consists of two parts, Malpighian body and renal tubule. The first part of the nephron is called as Malpighian body. Malpighian body is also called as Malpighian capsule or renal capsule. Malpighian body or renal capsule or Malpighian capsule mainly consists of two parts, Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. This cup-shaped structure is called as Bowman's capsule. The inner lining of the Bowman's capsule, it consists of specialized cells. These specialized cells are called as podocytes. These podocytes, they act as filters. That means they helps in filtration of blood. They act as filters. And the next part is called as glomerulus. Inside the Bowman's capsule, we can see fine bunch of blood capillaries. This group of blood capillaries is called as glomerulus. The fine blood capillaries bunch is called as glomerulus. This Bowman's capsule and this glomerulus together called as Malpighian body. If you observe the glomerulus, each kidney, it receives a renal artery. Renal artery, after entering into each kidney, divides, redivides to form fine blood capillaries. Each blood capillary, it enters into each nephron. So that means each blood capillary, it enters into the nephron. It enters into the Bowman's capsule. So the blood capillary which enters into the Bowman's capsule is called as afferent arteriole. This afferent arteriole, after entering into the Bowman's capsule, it again divides to form a bunch of thin blood capillaries. These thin blood capillaries is called as glomerulus. And the blood vessel which comes out, which leaves the Bowman's capsule, is called as efferent arteriole. That means when blood enters into the Bowman's capsule, here because of the pressure generated, the filtration occurs in the Bowman's capsule. That means the afferent arteriole, after entering into the Bowman's capsule, because of the pressure generated, the liquid present in the blood comes out and collected in this cup-shaped structure. This liquid is called as primary urine. The next part of the nephron is called as renal tubule. Malpighian body, it continues as a tubular part. This tubular structure is called as renal tubule. Renal tubule mainly consists of three parts: proximal convoluted tube, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tube. The Bowman's capsule of Malpighian body, it continues a tubular part. This tubular part is called as a proximal convoluted tube, PCT. Proximal convoluted tube continues to form a U-shaped tubular structure. This U-shaped tubular structure is called as a loop of Henle. Next, this loop of Henle again continues a tubular part. This tubular part is called as a distal convoluted tube, DCT. Why it is called as proximal convoluted tube means because this tubular structure is very close to the Malpighian body. That's why it is called as proximal convoluted tube, and distal convoluted tube is away from Malpighian body. That's why it is called as distal convoluted tube. Urine formation. Formation of urine involve 4 stages: glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, tubular secretion, and concentration of urine. Let us discuss each topic in detail. The first step in urine formation is glomerular filtration. Here, the renal artery, after entering into the kidney, it redivides to form a fine blood capillary. So that tube is called as a afferent blood vessel. This afferent blood vessel, it enters into Bowman's capsule and comes out as a afferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. Now let us observe the differences between afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. The width of the afferent arteriole is wider than efferent arteriole. That means afferent arteriole is wider and efferent arteriole is thinner. So when the blood flows through afferent arteriole into the glomerulus, there exerts a pressure. A pressure is generated in the Bowman's capsule. Because of this pressure, the liquid present in the blood comes out and collected in the Bowman's capsule. Here, the podocytes, the inner walls of the Bowman's capsule, is made of specialized epithelial cells called podocytes. These podocytes helps in a filtration process. And the liquid which was formed here is called as a primary urine. Large amount of liquid is collected in the Bowman's capsule. More or less, the liquid part of the blood, except blood cells, the liquid part of the blood is collected in the Bowman's capsule. This filtration is called as glomerulus filtration or ultrafiltration. And the liquid which was collected in the Bowman's capsule is called as primary urine. Now, the primary urine flows to the tubular part. First it enters into proximal convoluted tube. Next it enters into loop of Henle. And next it enters into distal convoluted tube, which was finally joined with collecting duct. When the primary urine flows through the tubular part, an important activity occurs is called tubular reabsorption. What here tubular reabsorption means? Here, when the primary urine is formed, not only the waste materials but also useful nutrients, vitamins are also collected. These important nutrients has to be reabsorbed by our body. So here, when the primary urine, when the liquid flows through the proximal convoluted tube and loop of Henle, here tubular, all the important materials are reabsorbed. That means here the peritubular capillaries plays a very important role in reabsorption. Total, the tubular part is completely surrounded by the peritubular capillaries. The important material, the useful material which was useful to our body, everything is reabsorbed by the peritubular capillaries. And the next is called as, the next step is called tubular secretion. So, when the blood flows from afferent arteriole, and here the filtration occurs, and next the blood comes out through efferent arteriole. Sometimes here maximum purification occurs. Even though purification occurs here, some of the waste materials are enters into the escapes here and it passes through the efferent arteriole. So from efferent arteriole, the leftover waste materials are again, it enters into the tubular part. That means these waste materials are directly passed into the tubular part, which is called as tubular secretion. This tubular secretion mainly it occurs in distal convoluted tube and loop of Henle, especially in the distal convoluted tube. Whatever the waste materials which was present in the blood, again directly they entered into the distal convoluted tube. In this way, the waste materials are, the leftover waste materials present in the blood are secreted into the tubular part, which is called as tubular secretion. And the last one is called as concentration of urine. When the liquid flows through the proximal convoluted tube, large amount of liquid is reabsorbed by our body. Next, when it enters into loop of Henle, still more reabsorption occurs. Finally, when the primary urine enters into the distal convoluted tube, very less amount of liquid is present. Here, there is an important hormone is there called vasopressin hormone. This vasopressin hormone helps in concentration of urine. So here when the urine enters into the distal convoluted tube, the important materials are completely reabsorbed. Only the waste materials are present here, and here still more reabsorption occur. Deficiency of vasopressin hormone, it leads to dilute urine. The people, those who are suffering from this deficiency of vasopressin, they in those people more amount of dilute urine is produced. Deficiency of vasopressin causes diabetes insipidus, a disease called diabetes insipidus, frequent urination. The person, those who are suffering from diabetes insipidus, frequently they will go for urination, because concentration of urine, it won't occur in the person suffering from diabetes insipidus. So in this way, the concentrated urine is finally enters into collecting duct. From collecting duct, it enters into pyramids, and from pyramids it enters into pelvis area. From pelvis it enters into ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. From urethra the urine comes out of our body. Okay children, I hope all you understand and enjoyed the topic. Don't forget to write a quick test given in the description and assess yourself. I will come with another new topic. Till that time, have a good day. God bless you all. Thank you.